Closing in on game time now at Great American Ballpark. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. From the banks of the mighty Ohio, the show welcomes you to the Great American Ballpark here in Cincinnati as MLB The Show gets set for this edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight it's baseball on a Saturday night. Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series as it'll be the Miami Marlins taking on the Cincinnati Reds. And hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here, Mike Side, joined as always by my colleagues Dave Campbell and Eric Karros. We'll hear plenty from them moving forward. But first, let's take a look at our starting lineup here. It's presented by State Farm. Get to a better state, State Farm. They'll step in against a real strikeout artist, the hard-throwing right-hander Johnny Cueto. And defensively, you see the Reds line up like this behind him. First pitch forthcoming as Jose Reyes is set to go.
Jose Reyes.
And we are underway tonight from the Queen City as the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
First pitch, 7-11.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Oof, and we are in for some tough conditions tonight. 41 degrees at game time. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
And this is what you call giving a guy something to think about. 1-2. They may come right back in on the hands.
Full count, 3-2. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Stubbs will take care of this one, and Reyes is retired to open up the ballgame.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but this is one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Chris Coughlin will stand in, and he was among the many who failed to record a base hit in the loss yesterday. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes.
And we should see a good bit of that slider here tonight, so that's going to be a pitch he'll need to start locating.
Now a hard liner toward short. In there, a base hit.
Well, they pulled the string on the changeup that time, but he would have no part of it as he just waits and nets himself a base hit.
Hanley Ramirez steps in now.
Third baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Here's the first offering. On the move is Coghlan. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And it's in time. Coghlan is out at second base.
Well, his first stolen base attempt of the new season turns out to be unsuccessful as a good throw here nails him at second base.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Just underway here in Cincinnati. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. Stubbs is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 hit's all they get. Now it'll be the Reds' turn, no score. Now the starting lineup for Dusty Baker and the Cincinnati Reds looks like this. Gaby Sanchez will get the ball to face them, and if you're looking for a key to this ball game, it'll be how he fares the first time or two through the order. This is a guy that can struggle in the early going, so a good start is imperative for him here. And in the field, the Marlins will align themselves like this. Brandon Phillips will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2-0 right out of the gate. I'd make him throw me a strike.
Here comes the 2-0. And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
Well, this won't be a 4-hour game with a strike zone like that.
The 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. Now a fastball swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. A leap, but he can't rein it in. It's off the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
And a great start here to the bottom of the first as the leadoff double has him in excellent shape to try and push across the first run of the evening.
Wilson Valdez will step in now. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Now for Phillips, he's at second with his second double of this young season. Phillips with his lead at second. Here's the pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
And now the name of the game is put the ball in play. You cannot have a strikeout here.
Now a swing and a bouncing ball for the shortstop, Reyes. And he will make it back in there. He's safe at second base. Throw not nearly in time as he reaches it first. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1.
Boy, keeping this guy off base is going to be a real key to the ball game going forward.
And there's ball two now. First and second here with nobody out. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
In danger now of loading the bases for the cleanup hitter, and that is never a sound strategy.
Now the 3-1 pitch. And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, that may have been the last pitch in the at-bat that he could do something with. He's not going to get anything better than that.
Slice down the left side, but foul. None out, runners at first and second. He'll try it again, 3-2. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
Well, that's just some indecision there on 3-2. You know, he's thinking, should I swing? You could just see him try and hold up, but by that point, he'd already broken the plane. That's an easy call.
Chris Heisey will take his first cut to the ball game here. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. The next pitch. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
And for a guy who hasn't given up any runs yet, this will be pitch number 20 here in the first inning.
Line to left. And that ball will fall right in front of Morrison. It's a base hit. Morrison's throw comes in quickly here, so that's going to hold that runner at third base.
And this is where hitting a ball hard winds up being a bad thing. Ball gets out to left field so quickly, there was no way he was going to be able to score from second.
So the bases are loaded here with one man gone, and stepping in the dangerous left-handed hitter Jay Bruce. First pitch fastball swung on and missed, 0-1.
And he is really going to have to work now to get himself out of this first inning trouble.
Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No, strike 2, says the third base umpire. On the ground to second base, this could be two. Bare-handed for one. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Reds turned away first time through. Will go on to the second in Cincinnati. Still scoreless on the show. Mike Stanton leads things off now in the top half of the second. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. A ball and a strike. And might have gotten away with one there. That looked pretty good at the knees, but it's 2-1 now. Now the pitch. And he got him to chase after a bad one there. 2-2. Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and yes, he went around. It's strike three.
And that four-seam fastball of his sure has some late life. Looks like it's getting about halfway there, and then something kicks it in on the backside, and it really explodes at the end.
Gaby Sanchez will take his cuts now.
Gaby Sanchez.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
And even when you think a guy's going to be taking that first pitch, you don't just want to lay that fastball in there letter high.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. And Votto will take this one to the bag himself for the out. Logan Morrison will stride in now. He drove in his guy's lone run of the ball game yesterday afternoon. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. Still won't get him to fish downstairs, and it's 2-0 now. And a fastball here, but he's right on that thing as this is smoked into center field for a base hit.
Didn't have a whole lot of choice there on 2-0. You had to go after him. But when you leave that ball out over the plate, this can be the result. That's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
Omar Infante will stand in for the first time here.
Omar Infante.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
And a lot of guys like to look at a pitch in their first at bat, but that was a location he could have done some damage with.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A look at Morrison. Now the pitch. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Yeah, trying that same pitch again on the outside corner, but he won't oblige either time.
Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Sets the 2-2 pitch. Hard hit towards center. Ball coming on quickly here as he makes the diving catch. And it's a sparkler to take away a hit as that ends the inning. Marlins lead 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Scott Rowland will come forward now, the starting third baseman on last year's NL All-Star team. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Swing and a hard hit grounder down the line. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. He'll get it into second. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Well, he just goes out and hooks this ball. Very strong top hand right there. No chance for the third baseman, and he cruises into second with a double.
Ryan Hennigan will stand in now. He drove in 2 of their 3 runs in that ballgame yesterday. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. From the belt, the pitch. Now a swing and a ball pulled down the line to third. Throw on to first by Ramirez takes care of him. 1 away.
You know, usually I'm going to jump on the hitters when they fail to move runners over, but hey, look, that pitcher, he did a good job. I mean, he knows what they're trying to do, so he makes it as tough as possible to hit the ball to the right side. That's using your head out there.
Drew Stubbs will stand in. And here's the first pitch. Low for ball 1.
And you always got to be wary of the threat of the bunt here, even with a runner on base.
Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And he'll have himself a base hit. And the run is in to score to make this a 1-0 ball game.
Good approach right there. He gets pretty good wood on this thing, and it's enough to drive that run in from second base with a 1-out double.
Johnny Cueto will stand in, and you have to figure that he'll likely be swinging the bat now. First pitch coming. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. And a ball outside apparently. 1-1.
And if nobody's out, he'd be bunting here, but with one away, you don't gain a whole lot.
Fouled back. Stubbs off a second, now the pitch. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now a swing and he pops it foul behind the plate. And that's going to land foul. Runner's on his way to third. Swing and a miss, strike three. The throw not in time as he just does get in there ahead of the throw. So a good job there of taking third unannounced, but meanwhile the strikeout means two men are gone now. Brandon Phillips will get a second shot at it now. He doubled to start out the home first. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Now a high bouncer toward the hole. Throw in time and the side is retired. One in the inning for the Reds, and it's delivered right here by Drew Stubbs. We've played two. It's now 1-0 Reds. John Buck is ready to go here as we begin the third. Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball one. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Here's the 1-1 on its way to Buck. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Grounded foul. Still two strikes. Now a soft liner to the right side. Foul. Here he comes again, 1-2. Outside, awfully close, 2-2.
Boy, nothing comes easy, does it? Stays alive here as this is fouled off to the right.
finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Yeah, after all those foul balls, I think he finally reached a point where he said, enough of this. I got to ramp up on a fastball and get this guy out of here, and in the end, he just wore him down.
Gaby Sanchez will get his first cuts here.
Gaby Sanchez.
First pitch on the way. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball one. Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 count to the opposing pitcher. Not how you want to start an inning.
Let's go, Cincy!
And he misses again with it here. It's 3-0 now.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
That one's in there. 3-1.
And I would imagine he could very well be taking again here on 3-1. Heck, he might even be taking if it gets to 3-2.
One out, nobody on. The 3-1 pitch. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Got him.
Wow, quite a turn of events here. He goes from in the driver's seat, 3-0, to falling victim to the strikeout. And in hindsight, you go back to that 3-0 pitch, and I got to believe he wishes he was swinging.
Jose Reyes will dig in now. A dangerous hitter indeed as the National League's reigning batting champion. And he'll take a first pitch strike here, maybe buy his pitcher a moment or two. It's 0-1.
And that's a simple little courtesy there at the plate. It goes a long way showing your pitcher that I've got your back.
Ball one. Bouncing ball back up the middle. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Miami down in order. It remains 1-0. Wilson Valdez makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. The pitch. And oh dear, that caught him full bore on the mound as it ricochets back toward the plate. And he still has the wherewithal to get the out at first, but now we'll have to see if he's all right. Joey Votto will get another shot, called out on strikes his first time around. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Here it comes. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees, 1-1. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. Now a ball hit hard towards the hole, and that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
After an 0 for 5 start to the season, he finally reaches with his first hit of the year.
Chris Heisey will stand in. A base hit his first time around. And he starts him with one on the outside corner, and if that missed, it didn't miss by much. It's ball 1.
It looked to me like it could have gone either way, and that certainly gives the hitter a leg up in the rest of this at bat.
Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
And that's a bold pitch to throw on 3-1. Especially when a guy knows the fastball's likely coming.
And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
Tries to bust the fastball in his hands that time on 3-2, and that was a good pitch. It locked him up, but it winds up being ball 4 anyway.
So 2 men are on with 1 man out, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Jay Bruce. Here's the first offering. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
And now all of a sudden, this becomes a really important hitter. He's got the power to make it 4-0, but a ground ball here could get him out of it still at 1-0.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
And he's making a lot of high-intensity pitches here early in the game. Something to keep an eye on as we go along.
First and second now, 1 man out. Now a swing and a hard-hit grounder, and that's through, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Scott Rowland will stand in. He doubled and later scored his first time. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. on the move for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw is there, and he's out trying to take second.
Yeah, they decide to send that runner from first, hoping maybe to stay out of the double play, but this sure isn't going to help much as they nail him at second base.
He waits, now the pitch. And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for Cincinnati. 3 innings complete. Reds out in front, 2-0. Chris Coghlan will step in to get things started for the Marlins. He'll be followed by the dangerous Hanley Ramirez on deck. Right there for strike 1. Another fastball, another cold strike, 0-2 now.
Yeah, sometimes you keep waiting for that perfect pitch, then you look up and it's 0-2.
Now here's the pitch. And the fastball is lined into right field for a leadoff single.
And on 0-2, I think they want this thing down, and it's just a complete miss. Not really any reason to challenge up there when you're in the driver's seat on the mound.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. And a ball, 1-0. On the move is Coghlan. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And no shot to get Coghlan. He's in there with a stolen base at second.
And let's take a look at this stolen base from our camera down the third base well. You'll see he's not looking back. This is a straight steal, and he's into second with nobody out.
Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators, foul. And Ramirez will just try and work his way aboard here. It's 3-1.
3-1, hitter's delight right here.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And they're going to slice this deficit back down to 1, as this should be good for extra bases. And they are on the board as the run scores from second to make this a 2-1 game now.
And these guys hitting 3, 4, 5, they're the ones that are going to have to produce if these guys are going to have any chance of contending this year. He comes through here with a well-struck RBI double.
Mike Stanton will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. And look out as this bat shatters on impact. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Missed low and inside with it, 1-1.
And this is going back to the pattern he's been using here lately. Set him up inside, and then get him out with pitches away.
No one out with a runner at second. And they'll try to keep crowding him in, but this pitch misses as well. It's 2-1 now.
Yeah, nothing but inside pitches to him so far. I'd be surprised if they went anywhere else.
Come on, cut that runner down.
Here's a ground ball to first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. Gaby Sanchez will stand in. He grounded out his first time.
Sanchez.
And that misses ball one.
And the infield's back all around, so they'll be content to give up that tying run on a ground ball.
Here's the 1-0. 2-0 now.
I'm pretty sure he's going to have a green light here, 2-0, especially with a guy in scoring position.
Swing and a high pop drifting into foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Sanchez awaits the 2-1. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
Well, it looks like he's aiming the baseball now instead of just letting it go.
Throw it by him.
Swing, hard hit ball to second. On to first, and that'll take care of Sanchez, 2 away.
And here, it's not the big home run. It's not the big double. Just a simple, ordinary ground ball. But that's what great RBI guys do. You know, they know exactly what they need to do to get that runner in. Makes it look awfully easy.
Logan Morrison will dig in. He singled his first time around.
Morrison.
Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Let's go, Red.
1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a ball chopped foul down the left side. Two runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And already we're seeing a lot of deep counts early in the ball game. These can really start to pile up if you're not careful.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Now a fastball driven the other way out to deep left field. Heisey has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, and we are tied 2-2. Saturday Night Baseball here on MLB The Show as we give you a look at our National League scoreboard presented by the Baseball Hall of Fame. Ryan Hennigan will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. Fastball too high to start him out here 1-0. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1.
Looked like a sure single leading off the inning. He certainly hit it hard enough, but it hangs up there a bit too long and winds up getting run down.
Drew Stubbs will stand in. An RBI double to his credit the first time around. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, he starts him out with a nice breaking ball there. It's all about putting a guy back on his heels to begin the at-bat.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Matty brought that fastball right in his kitchen, and he couldn't get to it.
Guys, come on. Let's do it.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And that's where pitching becomes a chess game. You can bet a hitter's thinking there's no way I'll see anything up with 2 strikes. So why not cross up his way of thinking? It worked there.
Johnny Cueto will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now it's 2-0.
And with 2 outs, you got to throw strikes to the pitcher.
Now the 2-0. And there's ball 3.
And the one thing you cannot afford to do is to extend this inning by walking the pitcher.
And he gets the call there, 3-1. 2 out, nobody on. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. On to the top of inning number 5 we go, and we are tied 2-2. Omar Infante will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch now. In tight again, and it's to 2-0 now. And that's in there, 2-1.
Let's do it, Cincinnati!
A slider that time that runs away. It's 3-1 now.
And boy, this is exactly how you want your leadoff hitter to approach an at-bat. He's showing a lot of patience, and it's worked out so far.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
And sometimes this is just what you need. You know, you're in the middle innings now. You can grind out a walk, make that guy throw a few pitches, get him into the stretch. That's where you can finally put him away.
Now batting.
John Buck will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. And look out. He has to back away there and then give a little glare out to the mound. It's ball 2.
Yeah, that's part of the game. I'll bet he'll think twice about leaning out over the plate now.
Come on, Red!
Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
And now this becomes a big pitch, especially when you're struggling with command.
Come on now! Let's get a kick right here!
The 3-1 coming. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
And even though he gets this ball out there pretty deep, I think he'll be upset with that at bat. He was in the driver's seat most of the way and could have really done some damage if he'd gotten a bit more on top of that one.
Gaby Sanchez will take a long look down here as he may be bunting to avoid the double play. Now here's Sanchez able to put this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
And in a tie ball game, this is not a surprise to see a pitcher putting one down here with 1 away. Now at least you give your leadoff man a chance to bring in that go-ahead run with 2 away.
Jose Reyes will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips. And a good fastball here as he pops him up back behind second base. Valdez will put this one away, and the side is retired. We'll see Brandon Phillips lead things off on the other side. Last half of the 5th coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Alongside Dave Campbell and Eric Harris, Matt Vasgersian, as internet sensation Dat Dude Brandon Phillips gets set to lead off the Cincinnati half of the inning. First pitch coming. And this is fouled back and out of play. Checks his swing, but this will be strike two called. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Yeah, trying to change the sight line there. That's a smart way to work.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2 and 2.
Well, he's determined to get him to chase that slider sooner or later.
Swing hard liner to left center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ball game. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
And here's a spot where he fell behind 0-2, looked at a couple of tough pitches, then got back into a fastball count and delivered.
Wilson Valdez will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch coming now from Sanchez. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Now for Phillips, the double was his 3rd of the season here in this first month. He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it, 0-2.
And nothing takes the sting out of a leadoff double quite like a strikeout. You can bet he'll be gunning for one right here.
Fouled straight back. Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. Stanton is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
So a double and a fly ball move a man to third now with 1 away. Now if they could just get another fly ball, it would likely net him a run.
Joey Votto will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. And the first pitch is taken for strike 1. Are you guys surprised to see this in the strike zone?
I am. Personally, I'd walk him, but it appears they're not going to go that route.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The 0-2 now from Sanchez. Swinging a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that's through into center field, base hit. And that'll score the runner from third as they seize control here, 3-2.
Good job here with 2 strikes. He's definitely a power hitter, but he's not trying to hit a home run. Just wants to make solid contact, and he does, so he drives in the run.
Chris Heisey will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for Cincinnati. 5 innings complete. It's the Reds 3 and the Marlins 2. Chris Coughlin will get things started here in the top of inning number 6. And this could be a tough play back behind the mound. A few steps to his left. He's got it. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
And here's a look now at his pitches by inning to this point in the contest. And you can see he had troubles in that 4th inning. But other than that, he's been around what you'd expect.
Hanley Ramirez will dig in. He doubled home a run last time around. Now the first pitch. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the 2nd out.
Well, there's one guy that's probably not too happy right now, and that's the opposing starter. The way these guys are swinging at anything, he's going to be right back out there on the mound before you know it.
Mike Stanton will stride in, grounded out his last time through. In there for strike 1.
And in his first start of the year, 6 innings might be all they ask of him.
Pitch on the way. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
And one thing you can say about him on the mound, he certainly has been the aggressor in this at-bat, coming right after him.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. There to play it is Phillips. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Reds 3 and the Marlins 2. Jay Bruce will stride in as he'll lead things off here in the Cincinnati 6th. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw by Reyes is right there for the first out.
And you know he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. You can see what his breakdown is so far.
Scott Rowland will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time. First pitch coming now from Sanchez. Fastball too high to start him out here 1-0.
And this is a guy that can run into one every now and then, so he can't be taken lightly, especially in only a 1-run game.
Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0.
Now he's going to get a visit from his catcher just to make sure he's all right. But you know, this might actually be more of a stall tactic here. I mean, his pitch count, it's starting to get up there, so this might just be to buy a little time for that bullpen.
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1. Three twos are scored here in inning number 6. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
And we'll take another look at this 3-1 pitch. Is this anywhere close? Show track tells us not really. That's a good take and a good at bat overall.
So a runner at first now with one away, and that'll bring in the catcher Ryan Hannigan. Hit hard to second. But this is hauled in by the second baseman.
And this has been a tight ball game so far, so you figure if one or two of these start falling in, things could change in a hurry. Not here, though.
Drew Stubbs will step in, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
And this is a guy that probably won't be counted on to steal a ton of bases, but he's got his first of the season right here.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Well, for Roland, that's stolen base number 1 on the young season. And that misses. 2-1. Three and 1 now.
Still just his 6th inning of work, but already that location's starting to lose a little sharpness.
The 3-1. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
And he's saying, give me a break. I mean, that pitch is right there. And I tell you, though, complaining like that is only going to squeeze that strike zone a little more.
Now Ozzie Guillen's going to take the trip to the mound, and it appears that'll be all for Gaby Sanchez. He'll depart after 5 2/3 as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ballgame. Juan Oviedo will trot in from the bullpen as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 out. Johnny Cueto will try again. Struck out swinging his last time through. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
Wouldn't be a surprise to see him continue to work that outside corner.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Grounded, foul. struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game. So they let him off the hook here by scoring no runs despite the 2 walks. We're through 6 full. The Reds are on top, 3-2. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Reds leading this one as we start the 7th, and before we commence, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Gaby Sanchez will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game. Now the first pitch. In there, strike 1.
And I thought for a while that his pitch count was going to become a factor, but that last quick inning really helped him out quite a bit.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Now here's the pitch. Now a ball swung on and hit high in the air and deep to left center field. This ball has a chance, and out of here! Gaby Sanchez with the solo home run. And the Marlins have come back to tie things at 3.
Well, one swing of the bat, and we're right back where we started. This pitch just looked like it was hanging on a string, and all of a sudden, we've got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now here's Dusty Baker making the slow walk out of the Reds dugout. And that'll signal the end for Johnny Cueto. So he departs in a tie ball game here tonight. You can already hang a no decision on him for this one. So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. Logan Morrison will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. First offering on the way. And pretty close there on the inside part of the plate. Ruled a ball, however, to start him out. 1-0.
Yeah, and you hate to see a call like that on the very first pitch you throw in the ball game.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Now Morrison swings and sends this one on the ground to second base. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Saturday Night Baseball here on the show. Matt Vasgersian, Dave Campbell, Eric Karros bringing this one your way. Omar Infante will stand in. Base on balls his last time. In there, and it's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
And the folks here have been treated to quite a ball game so far.
Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit.
Yeah, right on the fastball that time. Takes it right back up the middle, and he's on with one away.
John Buck will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Now a chopper to second. This will be a tough turn. There's one. Back to Votto, but it's not in time as they settle for just the one.
Yeah, very fortunate to get an out on this play anywhere. You can see him come charging in on that chopper, then need to make an awkward throw to second base, but luckily they were able to get him.
Emilio Bonifacio will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Comes set, now the pitch. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2.
And on the mound, he needs that put-away instinct right here.
2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Now on 3-2, you got to go with your strength.
And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Rolled foul off to the left, so he stays alive. And he's just going to make him throw as many pitches as he can as he fouls another one away, and it's still full at 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Swinging a soft liner towards first, but an easy play over at first to glove it, and the side is retired. Marlins get one on the Gaby Sanchez long ball. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Time for another look at the scoreboard tonight, as this time we check the action in the American League. Edward Mujica will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Edward Mojica.
Brandon Phillips will step in now to lead off the home half of the seventh. Ball one.
And he'll have two righties followed by a lefty here to greet him in this half inning.
One 1-0 pitch is a splitter in there, 1-1. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball two.
Boy, and you don't want to hit a guy when he's the go-ahead run. Got to be careful if you work that far inside.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Well, this ball's hit hard, and he's just hoping to get on as the go-ahead run, but it stays up there a bit too long and finds the outfielder's glove.
Wilson Valdez will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Really couldn't ask for much more out of a seventh-inning guy. He's come in and thrown a bunch of strikes, and he's gotten 2 quick outs to show for it with the score still level.
Joey Votto will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And a fastball here as he rides it the other way into left, a base hit.
You want to talk about getting on top of a high fastball. I mean, to call this at the letters, that'd be charitable. This thing's about neck high, but he still drives it for a base hit.
Chris Heisey will get another shot. He hit into a double play his last time. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Get your ice cream here.
And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Votto the runner at first, the pitch. And that misses as well, 3-0.
Yeah, he looked good to start the inning, but then a hit and a 3-0 count have turned the tables on him.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and a guy moves up into scoring position here.
Jay Bruce will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And Bruce can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2.
Well, he created his own jam. Now he's trying to get out of it.
On the ground for the shortstop, Reyes. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. So a new pitcher set to take over now, and here he is, the fireballing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. Jose Reyes will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. 2-0 now. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there.
And now this has to be a strike. You cannot live with a leadoff walk in the late innings of a tie ball game.
That one's in there, 3-1.
He can afford to be patient here because all he's looking to do is get on base and do his damage from there.
Now a bullet foul as the third base coach had to give it the old Olay that time. Here's the full count offering. And a fastball taken the other way, but this should be routine out there in right field. And the 8th inning begins with a flyout, quickly one away. Chris Coughlin will stride in, grounded out his last time through. First pitch to him. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. One out, nobody on. Swing and a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. And there to take it in is Roland for route number 2.
Maybe a pitch here that he's trying to do a little too much with. He just can't get on top of it and winds up an easy pop-out.
Hanley Ramirez will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. And he'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Throw to first in time, and you got to question that decision as the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Home half of the 8th coming up here in the Buckeye State, but before we get there, let's have a look at our play of the game so far. It came just an inning ago, courtesy of this home run. Get to a better state, State Farm. Chad Gaudin is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. Scott Rowland will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. Now a fastball from Gaudin. It's 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, let's get you a shot of this reaction at the plate in show motion. You think he agreed with the call? I don't think he did.
Ryan Hennigan will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. And here's the first pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Fastball bounces up to the plate and it's taken for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Full count now, 3-2. Fouled off into the seats behind first. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Boy, I'll tell you what. If you want to see Ozzie Guillen lose his mind, keep an eye on him when a reliever comes in and starts walking guys.
Miguel Cairo will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 43, Miguel.
First pitch coming. And here is strike one call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. Now a ball lined to the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only one away. And if you're wondering just who remains on the Cincinnati bench, should they think about making a move, there you get a look at him right there. And there you see the right-handed hitting Ryan Ludwig, as it looks like he'll be called upon to pinch hit here. Now a swing as he hits this one into the air, but this will be foul off to the right, out of play. Runners are at first and second with one away. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Boy, and this is a critical part of the game now. He really needs to get a key out here.
Ludwig won't chase that one. It's 1-2 now.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
And this is in the air now, out to left. Morrison will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
Thought this one might be trouble for a minute, but a good job by the left fielder of taking control of it.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone, and stepping in the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. Here's the first offering, and that misses inside. 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, a great sell job behind the plate, too. He sort of gently moved that glove back over an inch or two as he was catching that baseball.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
He's ready now. The pitch. Swing and a ball bounced back up the middle. Reyes has got it. Though not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight.
Well, this will go in the books as an infield single, but what won't be reflected in the scorebook is that by knocking this ball down, at least he managed to keep that go-ahead run at 3rd. If he doesn't get a glove on it, they're losing right now.
Wilson Valdez will dig in now, needing to come through here with the bases loaded and 2 men out. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1. Ball that's reached for and flared out to no man's land behind first. And that's in there, base hit. The run is in. And Buck's tag will be too late as the run is in to score.
Well, even though he's the number 2 hitter in the lineup, he says, hey, I'm not just here to be a hit and run guy. I can drive in runs just as well as the 3 and 4 guys can. True to his word, he comes through here with a 2-run single.
So a call to the bullpen now, and they'll make a move for the left-hander here. Joey Votto will step in, a base hit in his last time. And he swings under the fastball here as this is popped high in the air back behind short. And Reyes will put this one away, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We've played 8 full. The Reds lead it 5-3. On to try and put this one in the win column now is the veteran right-hander Ryan Madsen. Willie Harris is into the ballgame now as he assumes duties in center field. Mike Stanton will be in charge with trying to start the rally in the 9th against the newly re-signed Ryan Madsen. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
And they've got the right guy at the plate, but at the wrong time. He needs to be hitting with a runner on base somewhere.
Here's the pitch. Now a hard liner. But this is a foul ball. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
You don't need to be a lip reader or an expert in body language to know that he was not thrilled with that call. You know, just about every umpire has a different interpretation of what a high strike should be, but none of them like it when guys carry on like this. You got to be careful.
Gaby Sanchez will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. 1 out, nobody on. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. On to first, and that'll take care of Sanchez, 2 away.
Good job there as he's come on to get the first 2 men to face him, and now they're an out away from picking up the first 2 games of this series.
Logan Morrison is the last chance now with 2 out here in the 9th. changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in for ball one.
And if he can finish the job here, he could pick up his second save of this young season.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he'll make the catch there to end it, and the Reds have taken games 1 and 2 here at home as this one is over.
Good job to wrap this one up as he picks up his second save of this young season.
Reds' attack tonight was spearheaded offensively by this guy, Brandon Phillips. Strike opposed, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, Matt, a 3-hit ball game for him, and a couple of those were key hits as he swung the bat very well in this one.
So that'll wrap things up here tonight. For Dave Campbell, Eric Karros, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB 12 The Show. For even more, join us on the web at theshownation.com. The Reds win this one 5-3. Highlights from our game are coming up next from Cincinnati. Good night, everybody.